Well, Danny, this is Cathedral Canyon. There are tons of places. It doesn't appear to be posted at all. It's before you get to Pahrump, and it's this side of the shooting range. That is the Vegas side of it. There are trails all over the place where people have been riding. There's a lot of cool little dunes. There's a paved road that comes right into it, and you know, it's not the greatest road in the world, but good night. We're used to riding on dirt roads, so it's really not bad at all. I guess you could see that there. And it comes kind of down into it. You could park the truck. That's the old airfield there, the old runway. It's just a dirt runway. It looks like this guy made some roads coming off the runway. You can see several of them there that he thought people were going to either build hangars or houses on. And the terrain that you could ride on comes way around here. It goes out a pretty good distance. And it's very, very close to Las Vegas. So, you know, it's certainly not the Vegas Valley, it's in the Pahrump Valley. And it's by no means look like anyone's doing anything with it. So, over there is the shooting range off in the distance. I can hear guns going off right now. People are obviously using it. That's the Pahrump Valley, and that's the town of Pahrump way off in the distance there. And here's the valley. And all of this here is covered with tracks where people have ridden on it. So, I mean, it just looks to me like it's out in the middle of nowhere. It looks like it's totally unrestricted. There are by no means signs. There are no signs whatsoever. It probably belongs to whoever inherited this guy's land. Nobody has used the canyon. Cathedral Canyon is way over there. That is the canyon that had that statue of Christ in it, and that big pool of water, baptistry looking thing, and the big mural on the side of the cave that's labeled Sermon on the Mount. There's your Range Rover up on this plateau. There's the old building that looks like it was a pump house for their water pressure. It's the highest point around his property. Looks like he might have had a couple of bathrooms in it. But this area that you could ride, it continues around this point and goes down over the edge over here. A lot of land here. I think it might be actually worth bringing the bike and the trucks back. I know you've taken it out an awful long way, and I feel bad that you would have to bring it back, but if you're thinking of taking it somewhere else, it might be worth driving out here in your truck for you to come out and take a look at this and see what you think of it. And it might even be good to make some phone calls and make sure that it truly is a place where it'd be okay to ride. Well, Danny, here we are in the truck from that plateau of that area that you just saw, and we're coming back down to where they had the houses. The last time you and I were here, probably 7 years ago or maybe 10 years ago, at least one of those looked like it could actually be livable, and there was a drag line. The drag line is gone, and the thing that looked livable was a trailer, and that trailer is just totally shot. Some of the buildings that had foundations are still there, but they're in horrible disrepair. Obviously no one is using this for anything productive, and it looks like there would not be any prohibition to riding motorcycles around here. It goes on a long way. From the looks of the way some of the tires are set up, I just wonder if they didn't even have like little racetrack here. Somebody set one up at one point. There's the old trailer. It's totally torn apart now. And a little homestead here. And then back in this direction is the road to the Cathedral Canyon. The other benefit to having the truck and the bikes near Las Vegas like this is probably a third or maybe even a half the way, probably a third of the way to Dumont Dunes. Maybe a little more than a third of the way to Dumont Dunes. So we would have the option also of riding the bikes in the sand of Dumont Dunes, and that is an absolute blast. So my vote would be to consider certainly to make some phone calls, make sure that it's not illegal to ride in this area. From what we've been told, the Vegas Valley was the part that they didn't want us riding in. They didn't say anything about Sandy Valley or Pahrump Valley, and this is kind of between the two of them. And this is probably the private land of the fellow who owned it, and I wouldn't doubt if he's dead by now, but he has certainly totally given up on his dream. The statue of Christ that used to have arms and a head, the arms and head are now gone. No one has attempted to keep anything up at all. It's in total disrepair. That's the entrance to the canyon over there. We'll go up to the top of the hill and take some pictures down in the canyon. That's back where we came from. There's the little homestead and the probably pump house there, way off in the distance. I'm not sure if I've got it focused in properly or not, but that's the shooting range. Yeah, there it is. And we're way up in here. This is a big open area. We used it as a parking lot at one time. Here's Mom taking pictures of the canyon. There's the statue, was the statue of Christ. I don't know if you can hear those pops through this microphone, but you can hear the shooting range. That's the entrance to the valley. And here's the valley. This guy really poured his heart into trying to build something here for people to see. A testimony of his faith. Way down there is where the pool is, down the bottom, and he had a little waterfall going over there, and that mural, if we could get down far enough, it said Sermon on the Mount.
Tell Danny I want to take the picture.
Mom's wanting to take my picture now, so I'll shut off the camera.